Hello everyone, welcome to Casa with CD. So guys, let's go to Nigeria, not to Nigeria. We might as well go there because this smells Nigerian to me. You know what, Nigerians? I am so sorry, but this is a reputation that some of your people has brought upon your nation. And that is why I am saying this smells of Nigeria. But let's go to Ghana, you guys. Guys, in Ghana, about a month ago, a confinement of cargo was found in a warehouse. Well, in South Africa, we call them storerooms, which, by the way, every storeroom in South Africa also needs to be checked because something like this, I suspect, is also maybe found in there. That's just my suspicion. But I'm glad that they already started. Now, with this one in Ghana, it came about because somebody tipped the authorities about a cargo of about 23 containers. And these 23 containers were carrying very interesting commodity: gold, bars of gold. Not only bars of gold, but fake US $100 bill. You will see in the video. And thirdly, some billions worth of Ghanaian CD. That's like the rand equivalent of our currency. Billions of Ghanaian CD. And I'm thinking to myself, no, this smells Nigeria all over it. Some Nigerians, as we all know, they are found almost everywhere. I'll be surprised if they're not in Mars as well, but that's besides the point. I suspect that if they do the thorough investigation and link at that storeroom, there's definitely going to be a Niger person involved. I'm not saying that Ghanaians are not as crooked as Nigerians can be, but I know this one, it doesn't go to Ghana. I'm not giving it to Ghana at all because similar things has happened like this one in South Africa in the early 2000s, where you would find fake US dollar bills moving about. But fortunately, South Africa is not like West Africa or any other African countries where we use dollars as people. You will have to go to an exchanger or a bank with your passport to change the currency from a dollar to rands. And our banks have these machines, even with our own rands. If you go to remember that back in the day when we used to deposit money and it was that machine that would basically flip through the money at the same time it's checking if this money is authentic or counterfeit. Remember that machine? Yeah. And now can you imagine if you're coming with a foreign currency? Obviously, that is going to work. I mean, they will use that machine. And then when they realize that no, man, the US dollar is not in the pockets and in the wallets of South Africans, but South Africa has controlled this. Guess what they started doing? They somehow manufactured plates that print rands. And now suddenly you were having rands being in the hands of South Africans, and only to find that they were fake. Remember those days? Remember those days? And guess who were caught eventually when the intelligence of this country used to work? Yeah, Nigerians. It was Nigerians. But now the question I'm asking myself, where was the Ghanaian intelligence in all of that? Because before a ship docks, isn't there like some kind of customs, like how here in Durban, you would, or Durban or Cape Town or wherever we have, even Richards Bay, there's this ship that goes and does investigations to check that the cargo in that ship, it is legit and it's also registered with South African authorities and SARS and all of that stuff. But also, I do understand that these days, money talks. So those guys may go there. If they're corrupt, let me tell you something, things will come through. Because right now we have at the port of Durban where there were containers that came from Nigeria. And Tantam Kwanaze was that, oh, And so those containers are withheld because they have foods that could jeopardize the health of South Africans. But the question is, how did they get through the port of Durban? So clearly there are people that were paid so that these food items can come into the land. And that is why you were having a society of Nigerians. I don't know if you saw them on SABC crying about their containers and say, oh, that food is legit. Yeah, but when they tested the food, some of them had diseases that were going to jeopardize the health of South Africans. So they were, I think, I don't know if those items were ended up being destroyed or returned to Nigeria. I'm not quite sure. But the point I'm making here is when I looked at this, I was like, deja vu, deja vu. It's written Nigerian all over this. And then if you look at the confinement itself, it's in cemented boxes. Cemented boxes. Now, the question is, if this person did not whistleblow, whoever did the whistleblowing, that means all of this would have gone inside of Ghana. I assume in Ghana or Ghanaians, they have dollars in their pockets, which I don't think so either, because why there would be billions of Ghana CDs and American dollars? That part is the only part that confuses me. So that means then you will have Ghana CDs, or maybe you're gonna get dollars which are fake and then exchange them with real Ghana CDs. I don't understand. I don't get the whole logic. You'll never understand the logic behind Nigerians anyways. For them, it's about money and they don't care less about everything else. Again, guys, when I say Nigerians, I don't mean all of y'all, and you already know this. You already know this. But if you were not aware and you live in Nigeria, this is what some of your countrymen do, unfortunately. This is some of the things that they do. And then when we raise them up, we get called xenophobic. And then they all get upset and say, South Africa here. And then yet they are right here enjoying the same privileges and rights that we do. Right? So it smells your crooked countrymen that are in Ghana. Just like there are some crooked your countrymen and women that are in South Africa. And this is what they are doing, destroying your reputation. Instead of them, as people begin to talk and countries begin to close their borders on Nigerians, they double down. They do it worse than they've ever done it before. And you don't understand why. When you're supposed to say, hey, listen, guys, let's lay down or let's lay low for the next 10 years. 10 years is too long for them, I suppose. But this one, my guys, no, it smells nice. Smells Niger. I don't know what it smells to you. Please write in the comment section. What do you think? Do you think these are Ghanaians? I mean, you know how we South Africans feel about Ghanaians. We love them. We welcome them. As a matter of fact, if there's one, in fact, two African nationals that can remain in South Africa, and we will not say a thing, it's Kenyans and Ghanaians. They are the most respectful, humble, loving, and friendly people that I have ever come across. And I know I'm not the only South African that says that about Ghanaians and Kenyans, because they don't commit crimes. They are not, okay, there is a Kenyan woman that has now rose the ranks of the South African Police Service as a brigadier. She's just not even a drop in the ocean. She is the mists. She's one of those drops of the mists. But that doesn't mean Kenyans are corrupt just because of her. So we don't hear. And then I'm not saying there are no Ghanaian criminals and there are no Kenyan criminals. There are. But they are respectful, these people. And I'm not talking criminals. I'm talking about the nationalities. They are very respectful to us, and we gel very well with Ghanaians, honestly speaking. And that is why I do not think this is written Ghana. It's not written Ghana at all. It's written the next door neighbor. I think it's 123 neighbor down the road. Yeah, it's written them, unfortunately. Anyways, guys, I don't know what your thoughts are. Please put in a comment section. What are your thoughts? See you later. Please don't leave the video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And thank you for the super thanks. Bye.